Okay. Look, if they had a Native American talking about fracking, it wouldn't have been more on the nose than the hefty chicks talking about being comfortable in their body.
She moved herself to tears.
Yeah. All right. Can I just say this? In a world where everyone is freaked out by third-hand smoke, and you're not supposed to have soda pops that are more than 16 ounces, and we're worried about salmon that's raised on a farm versus, and like I said, it's all smoking, tobacco. Hey, let's ban e-cigarettes. How about the negative health aspects of being 150 pounds overweight?
Yeah.
Is anyone, or that's to be celebrated?
Pride and shame is one thing, but if you were to ask any doctor, would you want your child to be obese, overweight, chubby even, versus have a healthy body? Of course they would say they want them to.
I think the point that she's trying to make is we're coming to understand that you can't shame people into being thin. Or at the very least, you can't shame them into being thin in a healthy way. They can shove their fingers down their throat, they can take a ton of diet pills, but you're not going to be able to shame them into being healthy. It just doesn't work.
Right. And, well, sort of and sort of not, because I've seen plenty of instances where people did get shamed into just about everything that worked. But there's still a difference between not shaming somebody and then celebrating somebody who's unhealthy. We don't celebrate smokers. They're unhealthy. We don't celebrate whatever. People don't wear seatbelts. It's not safe. You know what I mean? Like, we don't celebrate people riding motorcycles with no helmet. Like, there's still this thing of, like, I need to be celebrated for who I am. Ironically, coming from the people who are freaked out over, like I said, they've invented third-hand smoke. Fracking is going to kill. Fire's going to come out of your spigot. Like, all radon gas is seeping from the floors. There's environmental allergies. I mean, all the people that are Purelling the most are celebrating the hefty chicks the most. You'll die faster being overweight than you will be a smoker.
But are you truly worried about her health, or are you just exactly?
I'm saying it's hypocritical to go after third-hand smoke and then celebrate hefty chicks. They both have negative health effects.
Yeah, the scale goes from shame to pride with a nice zero in the middle. And while I agree that we probably shouldn't, I don't think we should shame people who are overweight, but I don't think we should celebrate it either. I mean, there's a healthy take care of yourself, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Plus or minus.
Anyway.
But if she's two-fisting a hoagie, I don't get fat by watching her do that.
No.
I might get a little cancer on me if somebody's blowing a cigarette in my face.
Yeah, but the big argument of, as a society, we all pay because we have to pay your health bills and for smokers, and we do all that. Well, it's the same with the two-fisted and the hoagie thing. Either way, I tuned in just at the moment where the hefty chick was telling me she never felt better about herself.
That's unfortunate. I think we can all agree.
She was crying. And listen, I don't know, and you guys tell me, I don't want to sound like a prick. I'm just saying, when did we all have to feel marvelous about ourselves? I mean, what I'm saying is feel marvelous about your role in life. Be a marvelous dad, be a marvelous mom, be a marvelous motorist, be a marvelous lover.
Marvelous motorist.
Hey, lover.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
This program is intended for mature audiences only. If you have any homicidal or suicidal feelings, please consult a doctor before listening to this program.
Yeah! Oh, people, let me hear say. Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm about to bust a cap, yo. Yeah. Good evening. Yes, you are actually tuned to the right place. This is, of course, Tuesday night Crash Talk, HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. And I am your DJ, That's right. Chris Crash Jesus Taylor with Jenny in the booth, bouncing the bustins and busting the rhymes and all that. Yeah, good stuff. Well, good evening and welcome to the show. And oh, what a show. Because I am going to bust a cap. Yes, I am. Tonight on Crash Talk, I'm, looking at cyberbullies. Yes, trolls and, other assorted morons who make public statements only to have them tread on by said cyberbullies and trolls. And wonder why. Also, what is our recourse with all this, or should there even be any? Freedom of speech and all? Freedom of expression? Yeah, don't they factor in? Well, tonight, I'm going to try and find out on the big program. Yes, I am. Of course, this show is brought to you by Tim Hortons, New York City. Now, with 8 fine locations in the city to serve your coffee and baked goods needs. And man, they do. And they're always fresh. Tim Hortons, check them out. Yeah, it's going to be a long show tonight. Yeah, it's going to be long, drawn out. I'm going to come at this from all angles, and maybe at the end, you too can come to some understanding with me about the whole mess. Yeah. Well, that's at least the goal, anyway. That's what we're going to try and do on the show tonight. So I hope you'll stick around for that. Yes, Crash Talk. I'm a bust a cap, yo. Cyberbullies, rape tweets. Oh, yes, we got rape tweets, too. Did I mention that? No, I didn't. Yeah. Also, some real-life payback, yo. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Or not work. Whatever the case may be. It's all right here. Don't touch that dial or iPhone or whatever the hell it is you got me on. We're going to be rolling with some Tuesday Night Crash Talking and its finest. Well, right about now.
HTLA Radio 1. HTLA Radio 1 in New York City proudly presents Crash Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, HTLA 97.3 FM in New York proudly presents rock superstar Crash Jesus.
Thank you very much. Good night, all that good stuff. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be to you. You have, of course, got it tuned to HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. For tonight's edition, the Tuesday Nighter of Crash Talk. And what's got y'all riled this week, Crash? What's going on? What's the big deal? What does it matter, man? Chill out. Well, of course, I'm talking about a story that breezed across my desk earlier today. And I sort of thought, this is kind of a innocuous, pointless story. It doesn't really matter. Blah, blah, blah. And there it is. And yeah, who cares? There you go. Next. Right? Well, of course, in my usual style, I couldn't just leave anything alone, could I? No. Because this story kind of stuck with me after this morning when I read it. It kind of stuck with me in the sense that Tim Hortons. That'll stick with you. It kind of stuck with me today in the sense that there was a lot of different issues all wrapped up in the one little stupid story. And that kind of, well, I guess surprised me. But it also kind of intrigued me because, well, not too much intrigues me these days. Seriously, it doesn't. But I started thinking about this report, and I started thinking about all the just huge myriad of different angles that this story has, and thought to myself, geez, this could be a good story to go with. So tonight I'm going to tell you about the story about Curt Schilling. Some of you may know from his Red Sox days playing with the baseball team there. Well, yeah, the news story that I'm, of course, referring to. Uno momento, por favor. Yes, thank you. The news story I'm referring to tonight, of course, is about Curt Schilling and his daughter, 17-year-old Gabby. And the headline of the story reads, Curt Schilling exposes bullies sharing sick rape tweets about his 17-year-old daughter, and gets one fired and another suspended from college. Yeah, so I okay, all right, sure, I'll bite. I'll go in there and give that a go and see what comes out. Well, a couple of things came out of it. Actually, a whole bunch of things. But what really got me about this story is not just the initial complaint from the man. It's not the obvious, trolls out there, the cyberbullies that'll grab that kind of stuff on Twitter and just play with it like it's their bitch. No, because that goes on every day. Cost of doing business, right? That's nothing. What's the newsworthy thing here? Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't jump out at me right at the beginning here. He's exposing bullies, sharing sick rape tweets about his 17-year-old daughter on the internet. Well, how is that even news? That's just every day. Well, the former Red Sox player named 2 cyberbullies behind tweets targeted at his 17-year-old daughter, Gabby. Now, the story all starts with the former Red Sox and Phillies player, Curt Schilling, putting out a tweet congratulating his daughter, actually, is what happened. And subsequently, he exposed cyberbullies and trolls who posted offensive and sexually explicit comments about his daughter on Twitter. Yeah. Now, the 48-year-old ESPN analyst shared a proud tweet last week about his only daughter, 17-year-old Gabby. She was joining as a pitcher for the Salve Regina University's softball team. And you're probably sitting there saying to yourself, well, wow, who's he? Nobody pays attention to him anymore. And his daughter, well, who's she? Nobody cares. Well, it was met with crude sexual remarks, apparently. Yes, it was. Schilling named 2 of the culprits, including Adam Nagel, a student and DJ at Brookdale Community College in New Jersey, who since has been suspended from school and now faces a conduct hearing, according to Boston.com. Yeah. The father of 4 told GMA Today, I'll do everything not to embarrass my daughter, but I'll never not protect her, he says. His daughter Gabby, who appeared with her father in an interview today, added no one should be able to get away with saying those things to a father about his own daughter. Yeah, well, the actual post that he put out reads, and I quote, "Congrats to Gabby Schilling, who will pitch for the Salve Regina Seahawks next year!" Exclamation point, exclamation point. Yes, he put that out on February 25th at 2:53 in the afternoon. It received 120 retweets with 272 favorites. In what was meant to be an incredibly proud day, the above congratulatory tweet, the aforementioned, I should say, that Schilling shared about his daughter Gabby quickly turned sour when the tweets mentioning rape were posted in a reply. Okay, now,